Hi, my name is Ruthie Maass, and I am the Reading Volunteer Coordinator for Emma E. Booker Elementary School. Well, I'm a lifelong kindergarten teacher. That's my passion. And shortly after I moved here, I decided to retire to spend more time with my own grandchildren. So the next thing I know, I answered an ad asking did I have an hour a week to help children with reading in the public school system. And I went to the training, and I was impressed. And from there, I went to help first graders at Fruitville Elementary School, and I was hooked. And it was then that I, soon after, was asked to pilot a kindergarten program for Sarasota County Public Schools, and I did that at Emma E. Booker, and that was 11 years ago. The rest is history. Once we start a new tutor, we don't just drop them off and put them on automatic pilot. I have 2 volunteers who stepped up to help me, so really there were 3 of us who helped coordinate K, first and second grades. And part of our goal is to provide support for tutors so that whenever they need a helping hand or they have questions or concerns, we're right there for them, and we're here every day, one of us. And one of the joys is getting the anecdotal reports of tutors who just had a moment with one of their students that was so gratifying that they just want to share it. And we're there to hear that, and for me that is music to my ears. And also to help them when they're just maybe stuck. That's gratifying. And then there are the children who just knock your socks off. So easy to love, and there are many ways for volunteers to be involved in the school system. It can be clerical in the office. It can be working beside a teacher in a classroom. This program is very specific. When you volunteer to be a reading tutor through the Sarasota County Public Schools, what you're doing is working one-on-one with children, either reading to a kindergartner or having a first or second or third grader read to you. And it's very specific in that way, and it comes with a training so that the goals are very clear and you feel trained and you feel ready and comfortable. And that's really important. And then, as I said, we provide support so that tutors have ongoing support. It's very easy to answer the question of do I have enough time? I could say it this way, do you have an hour a week? That doesn't include travel, but in the kindergarten program, we pull children at Emma E. Booker for a half hour per session, and you have 2 children, so that's 1 hour back to back. And in first and second grade, it takes about 45 or 50 minutes a child. So within an hour and a half, you have completed really your commitment to us in terms of meeting the needs of being a volunteer. So you might say it's a little bit of an afternoon a week. The 2 most frequent comments I get from volunteers over these 11 years are, this is the best afternoon of my week. And the other comment is, I hope the students get as much out of this as I do. And the truth is that they do. But I have a specific example of a note that a child wrote to her tutor. She called a rockin' reader. And I'll read it to you. It's in her own handwriting, kindergarten, with spelling made up by her, but very readable, and this will tell you a lot. Thank you for being my rockin' reader. What I like the most is when you let me read the Moon Book at the Meteor Center. My favorite thing is when you help me with the words I don't know. But mostly, I like the way you put your lip gloss on, and I love the way you do your eyelashes on, and you smell like roses. And I love you, rockin' reader. And I like to share that because it would be wonderful if we could quantify the results that children get because of this one-on-one attention. And sometimes some things are not measurable, but they're powerful nonetheless. And this is a good example of the kind of intimacy that happens when you're reading a bedtime story to your child at home. And the tutors in kindergarten are like that. They're adding comprehension and vocabulary and many incidental kind of things that parents do too. And it turns into a literacy experience the way bedtime stories are. But you can feel the intimacy here, that while you're side by side having what you think is just a pleasurable afternoon, this child is noticing everything about you, and it means the world to them. So to say, is it gratifying? This particular rockin' reader had tears in her eyes when she shared this this letter with me, and you can see why. Well, I think the biggest message I want to share is that if you do have an hour or two a week and you enjoy working with children, volunteering, wherever you volunteer, volunteering is a very gratifying thing to do. I think everyone knows the needs that we have for helping children become great readers. And it seals their success for the future. And any way that you can take part in helping accomplish that is needed, but it's also gratifying. It's a win-win, really. It can be the best afternoon of your week, and I hear from children all the time they can't wait till the Rock and Reader or their reading tutor comes. And I hear from the teachers every year when they sign up again that they feel that this is making a big difference. So if you have the time, make a difference. Join us.